Or maybe it's the cough syrup episode title. Click at your own risk, the rise of malicious links. But not this link, because it's really a video meant to educate, not to infect your computer with malignaware. Cold open story. Imagine it's a quiet evening. You've just sat down, maybe flipping between shows or scrolling through your phone. An email pops up from what looks like your bank. Important, unusual activity detected. Please verify your account immediately. There's a link. Clean logo, convincing grammar, urgency dripping from the wording. You click. Suddenly, your screen reloads a few times. It prompts you to log in again, but things feel off. A familiar login page, but askew. The URL in the browser is slightly different. A letter shifted, a domain you've never seen before. Panicking, you enter your username, password, maybe even the two-factor code. Moments later, you get a real message from your bank. We noticed a login from a different state. If this wasn't you, reset your password. But it's too late. The damage is done. Or consider this. You get a text from what appears to be the delivery service you use every week. Your package is stuck. Please resolve by clicking this link. You tap it, and your phone starts behaving oddly. Strange permissions, odd pop-ups. You maybe cancel, maybe don't, but your device has been compromised. These stories are everywhere now. They all start with a single click, a malicious link. Today, we're going to explore the sinister world of those links, the traps, the ways they've evolved, why they're more dangerous than ever, and how you can break free of their hook. Introduction and framing. Welcome to Or Maybe It's the Cough Syrup, where we peel back the layers of digital fear, tech tricks, and human slips. I'm your host, Brock Chestnut. You may know me from hit films such as Hansel and Gretel, The Viral Curse, Jack and Jilted, The Firewall Affair, a tech thriller blending classic fairy tale elements with cyber espionage and digital betrayal, and Cinderella.exe Midnight Malware, a modern dark fantasy where a Cinderella-like tale meets a sinister computer virus countdown. And today we're diving into malicious links, those everyday bits of text or buttons that can hide entire arsenals of danger. As always, for entertainment purposes only, no guarantees or warranties expressed or implied. Links are tiny. They're on buttons, in emails, SMS texts, QR codes, even embedded in PDFs and Word docs. We've all been told, don't click suspicious links, but in 2025, it's not always obvious what suspicious means. Over the past year, malicious links have overtaken attachments as the top way malware and phishing attacks start. Attackers are using AI, social engineering, URL trickery, domain impersonation, evasion technologies, all wrapped up in link bait. Today we'll cover what exactly makes a link malicious, new tactics and techniques attackers are using, real incidents where people got hurt, detection and defense strategies for individuals and organizations. So if you've ever asked, is this link safe to click? You're in the right place. Grab a drink, whether it's water or syrup, and let's get to it. Part 1. What is a malicious link? Anatomy and types. All right, first, what are we talking about when we say malicious link? A link becomes malicious when it's used to deliver something, whether phishing, malware, credential theft, or sneaky redirects. Usually these are embedded in emails, texts, websites, anything clickable. Here are common types. Phishing links. They lead you to fake sites that mimic real ones, banks, email providers, social media, tricking you into entering credentials. Drive-by malware links. You click, and the site automatically tries to download malware, exploit vulnerabilities in your browser, or run scripts in the background without your knowledge. Redirects, watering holes. You click what seems like a safe link, sometimes even from a legitimate site, but you get forwarded through a chain of servers, landing on malicious content. Quishing QR-based links, QR codes that encode URLs. You scan them, and the URL may appear legitimate but do bad things. Links in documents, PDFs, Word files with embedded link text or buttons. They might be hidden, disguised by display text that looks legitimate. Smishing links, SMS text messages urging immediate action. Delivery failed, click here, payment pending, etc. What makes these harder to detect? Misspelled domains, homograph attacks, characters that look similar but aren't, subdomains crafted to mimic trusted names. Use of SSL TLS, the padlock doesn't mean safe. Even malicious sites can get certificates now. URL obfuscation, long links, redirect chains, URL shorteners, hiding target domains. Why are malicious links so effective? They play on urgency. Fear or promise of reward gets people to click before thinking. They exploit trust, familiar brands, familiar names, authority. They often load instantly, no time to inspect. That's the anatomy. Now, how have malicious links evolved recently? Part 2, New and Emerging Tactics. In 2025, malicious link tactics are stepping up. Attackers are more creative, using newer tech and smarter social engineering. Let's go through what's changed. A. Scales phishing-as-a-service. Phishing-as-a-service platforms now give even naive attackers turnkey malicious link campaigns. They sell fake templates, hosting, even script-based link rotators so the destination changes over time. Raccoon 0365, aka Storm 2246, is one example. A subscription-style phishing operation that enabled users to deploy fake Microsoft login pages via Telegram. Microsoft and Cloudflare recently took down over 300 domains linked to it. TechRadar. These operations often include link creation tools, tracking analytics that show how many people clicked, and often ways to bypass email filters or MFA. B. Malicious URLs overtaking attachments. Reports from Proofpoint and others warn that malicious URLs are now more common than malicious attachments in email attacks. Links are easier to deliver, easier to hide, and often more dangerous because once clicked, there's often no revoking of that click. C. QR code phishing, quishing. QR codes are showing up in phishing campaigns regularly. They dodge some typical email filtering because they are images. You scan, it leads you to malicious site. Researchers have built ML models to detect malicious QR codes by examining structural pixel patterns alone. D. URL and link obfuscation, evasive behavior. Use of redirect chains, shorteners, open redirects in trusted domains to reroute links to malicious content. Polymorphic URLs, slight changes over time so blacklists struggle to keep up. HTML smuggling, embedding malicious content within seemingly benign files or websites, delivered via JavaScript so traditional signature-based detections are bypassed. KnowBe4's Threat Trends report shows significant increase in HTML smuggling and phishing attacks between late 2024 and early 2025. E. Behavioral social engineering enhancements. Link text that appears innocent while underlying link is harmful. Hover to inspect tricks. Display text is clean but URL is bad. Thread hijacking. Attackers break into existing email conversations, maybe by compromising an account, and insert malicious links in replies because you trust ongoing threads. Darktrace. Emotional manipulation remains key. Urgency, fear. Your account will be locked. Curiosity, look what we found, etc. F. Tools and AI usage. AI generating believable phishing email copy that includes links handcrafted to bypass filters. AI used to test URLs or simulate click-throughs to see if they are detected by defenses. Iterate to evade detection. New ML-based detection frameworks, not just looking at link strings, but at browser behavior, embedded scripts, interactivity of phishing pages. For example, a recent academic paper grouped thousands of phishing pages by their JavaScript behaviors and fingerprinted common techniques. Fingerprinting, interactivity among phishing kits. Part 3, Real Incidents and Impact Stories. To make this feel real, here are some actual incidents and statistics where malicious links caused real damage. Raccoon 0365 takedown, Microsoft, Cloudflare, etc. took down over 300 domains used for phishing Microsoft 365 credentials. At least 5,000 accounts compromised. The service operated by subscription, with tools for distributing links that look like legitimate Microsoft pages. TechRadar. Proofpoint reports, over a 6-month span, 3.7 billion URL-based threats detected. These include phishing URLs, credential theft, etc. Many attacks used malicious links rather than attachments. This reflects a major shift in how malware and phishing are delivered. IT Pro. Phishing trends stats. According to APWG, Q1 2025 saw over 3,924 phishing attacks, highest since late 2023. A sizable portion included QR codes that redirect via links to phishing sites or hosting malware. APWG documents. Industry breaches and costs. KnowBe4's reports show that many phishing emails now use AI-generated content, in some sectors 80+%. Also, average phishing-related breach cost is in the millions of dollars. Behavioral data. From KeepNet Labs and HawksHunt, we see people click on malicious links even when filtered messages bypass email filters. These simulations show that human behavior is still the weak link. These aren't rare, isolated cases. They show impacts at individual, organizational, financial levels. Part 4, Detection and Defense Strategies. This is where listeners can really take action. What can you or your organization do to spot malicious links before they hurt, and how to defend? A. Individual personal protections. Hover, inspect before you click. On desktops, hover over links to see the URL. Check domain carefully. Example, bank.com. Watch for subdomains, bank.example.com vs example.bank.com or strange characters. Don't trust just the padlock. SSL doesn't prove the site is safe, only that the site is encrypted. Anyone can get a certificate now. Use phishing-resistant MFA. Use hardware keys, app-based MFA, passkeys rather than SMS codes wherever possible. This helps even if credentials are stolen via malicious links. Avoid unknown QR codes. If you get a QR code, examine it. Some QR codes are safe, but many lead to malicious sites. Consider using QR scanning tools that show the URL before opening it. Update devices, browsers. Keep your browser, OS, and apps up to date. Patches often close link-based vulnerabilities. Be skeptical of urgency, fear, strong emotion. Messages that say your account will be suspended, you've been hacked, or click here now should always raise caution flags. Use link-checking tools, URL previewers. Some browsers or services allow you to preview the real link behind a button or shortened link. Or use trusted online scanners to check URLs. Organizational, enterprise-level defenses. Email filtering, URL scanning, sandboxing. Use tools that inspect URLs before the message reaches users. Hold suspect emails for sandbox analysis. Proofpoint, threat intelligence and blacklists. Maintain updated blacklists of known malicious domains. Share threat intel among organizations. Security awareness training, simulated phishing campaigns, training employees to spot malicious links and report suspicious ones. Adopt content threat removal, safe content handling. Some technologies transform content, sanitize links so that potential threats are stripped out. URL behavior analysis, heuristics and AI detection. Look for features like long redirect chains, hidden scripts, fingerprinting behavior, interactive elements that look suspicious. AI ML tools are being used now to detect phishing page kits via JS fingerprinting, interactivity analysis. Policies and controls on attachments. Sometimes malicious links are hidden inside attachments, Word, PDF. Restrict macros, block certain attachment types, scan attachments even if from trusted senders. Implement warning systems. Tools that don't just block, but warn with context. This link may be malicious because. Help build security awareness. Research, e.g., PhishExplain, shows that warnings that explain why a link is flagged are more effective. Part 5. What's next? Threat landscape and emerging research. What should we watch for going forward? Better link obfuscation, hyper-evasive URLs that are harder to analyze. More widespread use of AI to test, refine, and rotate malicious link infrastructure. Increased use of zero-day vulnerabilities loaded via link clicks, especially on poorly updated devices. More aggressive QR code phishing and smishing. As people rely more on mobile, these channels become more fruitful. Advances in browsers and chat collaboration tools, filtering malicious links proactively. For example, Microsoft is rolling out URL scanning in Teams chats and channels to warn users when links look malicious. Also, research like the JS fingerprinting work, cluster analysis of phishing kits, is giving defenders better tools to group threats and block entire families of phishing sites before they spread. Outro and listener action steps. Malicious links are everywhere. They're often the starting point for phishing, malware, ransomware, the gateway click that opens the door. But you're not helpless. Here are 3 things you can do today. Before clicking anything, hover, inspect, verify. Turn on phishing-resistant MFA and update all your devices. Train your gut. If it feels off, it probably is. Be skeptical. If you like this episode, share it with someone who needs to hear it, because sometimes just knowing the bait is what saves you. Subscribe to, or maybe it's the cough syrup so you don't miss the next deep dive. Stay safe out there. Keep your links locked. I'll see you next time. This is Brock Chestnut.